Okay, I'm back. So, in case anybody was wondering what that was all about, that was the new owner of the 034. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that was the new owner of the 034. And he'll probably be picking it up tomorrow, which is good because that's one less thing in the house and in the basement and all that other stuff. Right? Right. Five people watching. So really, not much else exciting tonight. Just going to get these rings unstuck. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Everybody's welcome to hang out, of course. How does everybody day? Everybody day had a good day today? You have a good day? I'm so tired I can't even talk. Yep, Friday for you. Yeah. I'm actually off tomorrow, so off. It's Thursday evening here, of course, but I'm off Friday, so hopefully I'll be delivering that 034, which will be good. Made a guy pissed off at me? Really, Larry? Why is he pissed off at you? I don't know what you call it, but one of those fish hook shaped tooth to work for those rings. Yeah, probably you could use an Explorer here, but what I'm really just trying to do is just gently flex it, the blaster under it, and I'm very slowly and gently working it around. I don't want to damage anything. Tillin, hey Matt, that 394 look in good shape. Overall, but the attention to everyday care look like the basics got overlooked at the village. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think overall it really was in pretty good shape. There's a lot of good stuff still on there, and especially this piston and cylinder. This is really quite the find, actually. And including shipping on eBay, I paid $120 for it. So considering the shape of the piston and cylinder, I could probably part this out just for the piston and cylinder at $120, assuming I put it in the ultrasonic. There it goes. You told him where to go stuff it, huh, Larry? Yeah, well. Hunters be hunters and gas company be gas company, right? Right. See, I'm not that into hunting. I know that a lot of guys are really, really, really hardcore into it. It's not really me. It's not that I haven't done it. It's just that, I don't know. It's not like one of those things that I live for, you know? What I live for is tearing apart 394s. I guess. I don't know. Actually, you know, I really, of all the fun things I get to do, I really think using the sawmill is probably the most fun out of all of it. It's definitely something that I really, really like and want to keep doing if I can. But it also involves wood. I mean, either I have lumber to cut or I don't. Yeah, you got to have one of the kits to fix one of these 394s. Well, you don't have to, but it certainly makes life a whole lot easier, I think. There it is. She's loose. Not exactly loose as a goose, but... There's one ring. Don't break them. Come on. I usually like to walk it up to the next land if I can. Go. And this one comes off right there. Ta-da! Yay! I know. I can a lot faster with my torch. Now I just got to throw that in the ultrasonic. Steve Robb, what's going on? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a recurring theme around here, and if you're not into the recurring theme, then yeah, it gets old. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. We gotta say hi to my buddy Steve Robb. How's it going? You guys nice and warm up there, up north? We're it's gonna be about 41 degrees Fahrenheit here tomorrow is for the high. So we're finally into the weather of early winter, I guess. I hate 40 degrees and rainy. No, my ultrasonic didn't go down. It went back to my buddy. I share it with a buddy of mine, so it goes back and forth. One day I'll just buy my own. It's only -5. Oh, shoot. I want to put mine on a 60-inch Alaskan to cut trees. My sawmill won't. You know, 60 inches. I'll tell you what. I run my 394s right now with my 36-inch Alaskan, and the maximum width I'm actually able to cut, because I had a 36-inch bar, the maximum actual width I was cutting was like 26 inches. And that was enough. If you're going to be doing a 60-inch Alaskan, I would highly suggest double heads. if at all possible, just because the amount of power that you need to cut through that, I mean, it's just going to take friggin' forever. The cuts that I was making were 25, 26 inches wide, and if I was doing a 10-foot log, 11, 12-foot log, you're looking at a cut that's about half an hour long. It's going to take you half an hour to get through that, and that's assuming you don't hit any nails. That's assuming that your chain's nice and sharp and you're using a ripping chain and all that stuff. So, you know, that's a lot of stress and strain on a saw. If you're doing wider, I would definitely suggest looking into a bar that can handle double heads. If you're doing dual 394s, that might work okay. Also, let's see, what else? You probably want an aux oiler on that thing too. It's a big bar, big slab. Tornadoes there? Jeez. Kenneth, where are you, Ken? Should I put the 385 on the other end? I don't know. Oh, that's right, you're in Longview. I went to school in Longview. Did you know that? Did we talk about that before? Just checking. I went to Laterno, which is in Longview, Texas. Yeah, I'm telling you, with a 385 on the other end, I guess it would help, but it seems like, I mean, 60 inches, that's a lot of bar. And you really want as much power as you possibly can get. A couple of 394s would be good. A couple of steel 660s would be fine. Just as much juice as you can get for sure. If you're running a single saw, then you could do a Husky 3120. It's 120 cc's, but even that with a 60-inch bar for milling, you definitely need an auxiliary oiler, and it's going to take you a hell of a long time. I mean, in general, I think people that do chainsaw milling are crazy because it just takes so long. Ideally, you need a respirator because once you get hit a half an hour, those fumes. Oh man, you need a real respirator, preferably a full face mask with a respirator, to do those type of cuts, and really good hearing protection, so that maybe some music, some tunes in your hearing, because otherwise you're just gonna get so friggin' bored. Half an hour, I mean, you're just sitting there for a long time. Would be nice if they had bandsaw setup using a saw power head in an Alaskan mill setup. Actually, Steve, they kind of do. So there's a guy in, I think it's Florida, that actually makes saw heads, custom-made saw heads. And you can put I guess pretty much whatever you want. But his saw heads are intended for big bars, and the head goes up and down and all that stuff. He actually custom welds the carriages, and that's in Florida. And offhand, Panther Pros. I think it's Panther Pros. I actually talked to the guy, and it was actually very interesting chat, and we kind of fell out of touch. But Panther Pros in Florida will make you custom-made heads. And because I was talking to him about my mill, and I was like, well, it'd be nice to have a custom head, effectively a second train. So one track, but two trains. One is my bandsaw mill, which does just dimensional lumber, if you will. But having another head there, you could actually put a bar and chain on, but even potentially put like a lawnmower engine on the darn thing, so you can run 18 horse or whatever 4-cycle, and just go with that, but have a nice big slab. on a track that I already have. So we had discussed that. It would probably be about, I think the price was somewhere around $1,000 for the head, for all the scaffolding all done up so you could have a crank and everything like that. It was pretty reasonable, really. 56-inch pecan tree I need to mill. Two full face respirators. That's good. Yeah, like Larry said, even a 3120 is going to be hard with a 60-inch bar. Well, keep in mind also, so if you're running a 60-inch bar, you may not get all of the 60 inches in there, to even 56. So I was running a 36-inch bar on my 394, and the dogs took up a little bit, the other end took up a little bit. I really got about 26 inches maximum, so you lose like 10 inches. So you might need more like a 72-inch bar to actually do a 56-inch cut. So yeah, Steve, look up Panther Pros mills. I don't even know if they're around anymore. I talked to the guy last year, I think, because I was thinking about it and just trying to get an idea of prices. And I don't think he ever got back to me. But I know that the guy was busy making mills. That guy was busy making mills. As it turns out, it's not like I had all kinds of time this year to go and play with that anyway. Um, what I was ultimately looking for, though, was my rails are like 31 inches wide for the Woodland Mills. I think it's about a 31-inch wide rail. And what I was looking to be able to do was put a 3-foot diameter log on there and then have the carriage be able to move over a 36-inch diameter log. So the carriage has to be effectively chubbier than the rails. So you need to have inset wheels in there a little bit so that you have the space for everything. And then you also need height so that you can, have the carriage be way up above, it's got to be 3 feet this way, but also 3 feet that way. So you need to have some height where the whole thing can go up above if need be. So it would have to be a considerable size piece. Panther Pro, really nice mill. Two Panther Pro companies. I'm speaking of the. It's the one in Florida. There's a guy in Florida that does Panther Pros, and what town in Florida is that? Hudson? I forget. Hudson, Florida, something like I forget. Missed the band mill setup on Craigslist. 2095 John Street Powerhead. My band mill saws 30-inch. Need something for the bigger logs. Yeah, I tell him I hear you. I mean, my band mill only does smaller stuff. It does long, but it just doesn't do really wide. So I would really like to have something to effectively quarter saw some oak. So if I had a good 3-foot piece, I'd love to be able to just slice it right down the middle. And once I have it quarter sawed, once I have it sliced this way, you take that hunk off and then you turn it and you slice it one more time. Now you have it quarter sawed, and now you can bring the other mill up and slice it quarter sawn, and then you just bring all those pieces off and keep going, that way. So it'd be nice to have 2 mills. Daniel Gardner, hello. But the other problem that I have physically moving the oak. So if you have a chunk of quarter sawn oak, that's 18 inches wide and 18 inches high and 8 feet long, how the heck are you going to move that? You need equipment, and I don't have it. I literally just have me and my neighbor, and we're over there heave hauling stuff, and getting those big chunks of oak off is really hard. So ideally, you need some forks that are probably like 4,000 pound capable to be able to move that stuff. Panther Pro, one of the gears to raise and lower. Yes, he's got a gearing setup that I guess on Acme thread that works. You have a forklift. Well, that's great. I don't. I don't even necessarily need. I don't even necessarily want one. Do I really need a forklift? For what I do, no. And I only have half an acre anyway, so it'd be nice to have a nice good size tractor with some forks on it, and then I could just go out and do that. But where am I going to put the tractor? If you have a 30-inch wide band mill, then a forklift is what you need, because those pieces get heavy, no question. The pecan log was all my fort. Front bumping off the ground. Yeah, I imagine it's quite a bit. Holy cow, 9:21. Okay, I need to go to bed, guys. I love hanging out, but I really should go to bed. And if you guys need anything, let me know. Bandmill Bob. Let me. Daniel Gardner, I'm sorry, I'm not more excitement tonight, but just gonna put my email in here. If anybody needs to email me or shoot me any questions, you're welcome to do that. I'm a little slow on the emails. Sorry about that. I have a tractor with forks. You need a John Deere 4020-ish type tractor to lift a 4K. Daniel, my dad has a 4052R John Deere. So he's got the 52 horse 4 Series Deere, and it can do 2,500 pounds vertically with forks. So, and I've seen him pick up a 4-foot by 4-foot by 4-foot pallet. We made custom pallets for firewood. We got a 4-foot by 4-foot pallet, and he can pick that up, but he can't tilt it. But he can lift it with that thing. It's heavy. So, but I don't. 4,000 pounds you can't do. And it's not with that. You need something even bigger. Yikes. Anyway, I better go. Email me if you guys need anything. Sleeves, I'm possibly going to work on tomorrow or Saturday. Probably at this point Saturday. I'll take the kids down and work on the sleeves and all that stuff to get those good. I still haven't heard from the machinist. I was hoping to have Rod's machine tomorrow, and then I'd be able to ship out a few of the kits that have been ordered. But I don't know at this point if that's going to get done or not. But hopefully they'll get to it. We're waiting on one tap. "120 horsepower wouldn't move a log." Good night. Oh, yikes. Daniel, I hope to be helpful here, and if you have any questions anytime, you can throw me an email or come on live and ask them. I'm on live fairly often. Hopefully we'll get to you guys tomorrow night, and maybe we'll pick something to do. Hopefully I'll have something to do tomorrow night. Ooh, maybe 262. I got to go see if they have the parts for the 262. If I get that one little bearing, we can put the 262 together. Okay. Night, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody, you enjoy your evening. Thank you. Steve, Rob, you take care and stay warm, okay?